Come on, man. That's the same thing I said.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know.
I was hot when I seen that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, man, they gonna give D Hop to the Chiefs for crumbs?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah,
come on, man.
Yeah, this dude is like one of the best receivers that ever played the game, and
Yeah,
so
like
I don't know how to trade with the Pistons.
Yeah, man. I ain't understand that either. Welcome to a new episode of the Disclaimer Podcast, man. Disclaimer, we on this podcast do not mean any harm to anybody mentally, physically, or emotionally. We are just here for entertainment purposes and entertainment purposes only. We got a special guest on the show today, man. Real good dude, man. We met a few years ago, I think, at the Moscone Center.
Yeah, facts.
I was doing a show with Mike Blackson, man. The one, the only, the ex-Niner, the ex-Jet, currently coaching on the D-line for the San Francisco 49ers, man. Ronald Blair, man, my guy, man, my guy. Thank you for coming on the show, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you for having me, bro.
Big time,
Good to
man.
see you again.
For sure, I've been following you for a long time, just your career and everything, and you real prideful about your school, man, your college you went to.
Facts.
I'm talking about big. You went to what's college you went to again?
Appalachian State.
Appalachian State. You know that's the I
Just
know.
got it tatted on me.
Yeah. Exactly. I know Appalachian State. For upstate Michigan State back in the day.
Yeah.
That's what I know of. That's why I really got on to him.
Yeah.
Man, you take pride in your school, man, big time. So I'm a fan of small schools that be doing big things. And Appalachian State is really that school, you know what I'm saying? And I see how you be just not just posting about them, but just talking about them, and you really rep them no matter what class. Or how is that bond like? Which is that just a you thing, or is a bunch of y'all like the same way?
It's a bunch of us. Once you get up on that mountain, it's like such a special thing. I tell people all the time, it's the best decision I ever made in my life. Like when I went on my recruiting visit, it felt like I had already been in college for years because them dudes embraced me like as a brother, as a family member. It was just like an easy transition. And even now, like I could randomly run into them, and it's like we still in college. It's like we just dap each other up, get back caught up, and going about our lives. It's such a beautiful bond, bro.
God, so it's a real brotherhood, real like fraternity without like an official fraternity.
Facts. Yeah.
Oh, that's dope, man. I always like wondered about that because like just following different players and different people. Like you see a lot of people like who's in fraternities, but then you see some players who really take pride in the college they went to, not the high school, but the college. So you know the experience was like great, and I'm gonna say 98% of pro players or people who play high level college football, basketball, y'all all love it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because you go on a battle every day. You wake up at I don't know about everybody, but we used to wake up at 5 a.m. You work out, then you run into the cafeteria to get food, then you got class together with these dudes, then you got practice, then you hanging out. You with each other every day, all day. So you see each other like at your worst times, your best times, like after a good game, after a bad game. So you know these dudes better than you know your family because you know them so much. So,
So it ain't just playing and then going about your business. Y'all really hanging
right
together.
There, like after the game, like when you're a freshman, sophomore, you're in the dorms playing video games together. Somebody beefing because somebody got beat in the game or whatever. Like it's just a brotherhood, like a true brotherhood.
Like a true brotherhood. Got you. Y'all beat because I know about the Michigan State upset, but y'all had another one.
Yeah, it was Michigan. And we came
not
close.
Michigan State, Michigan. My bad.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I'm just saving you from outside.
Right. Yeah. Okay, Michigan. My bad. Got you. Got you.
But we came close a few other times. We almost beat Tennessee.
That's recently.
Yeah, that was probably like about 4 or 5 years ago.
Okay.
It's a couple other ones. It's just I literally just got done talking to somebody about this a couple days ago. But we get close all the time. We just got to pull the trigger. I know we did. We beat Texas A&M. That's what
Texas A&M. Yeah, exactly. I seen another one.
Yeah.
Because it's just one of those schools to where, okay, when they beat Michigan, social media was a thing, but it ain't like it is now.
No,
so that's going to always be embedded in my head.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like when the Cavs beat the Warriors, come back from 3-1.
Yeah.
It's going to always be embedded in my soul. That college football game is always going to be stuck in my head. The block punt, the run back.
All of it.
It's going to always be stuck in my head.
All of it.
So that's from that school. So anybody who ever went to that school or bring up that school, I automatically think like, that's the Cinderella school.
Yeah, right. I was a freshman in high school when it happened. Like people asked me, was I there? I'm like, no, I was a freshman on my couch watching that game.
That's crazy. I was just about to ask.
Yeah, I was a freshman in high school. Because it happened in 07.
Yeah.
I was a freshman in high school.
See, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
07, man, social media really wasn't.
Yeah.
See, but I still remember watching that game. Because it's just one of them games where okay, you see people talking about it, and so let me turn to TSPN. Or it's like so they put it on there, so now the world is tuned in. So that's like a moment that is gonna always stick with me from college football. That game that when they upset Michigan and put the school to me on the map.
It did.
Like
they did.
Exactly.
Because they went on to win like multiple national championships.
Yeah, man.
They just kept going. And all you heard about was App State.
Yeah, every time they on TV, I tune in just to like, okay, who they about to beat now?
Exactly.
It's one of them things.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that helps out with like kids wanting to go there.
Yeah, it does.
To be me personally, I mean, so because it's fun, you know what I'm saying? College kids, you want to go have fun. You want to win. You want to, like you could tell that the school take pride in winning.
Yes.
Like a big time take pride in winning.
Yeah.
So you got drafted by the Niners.
Yeah, I did.
Played 4 years with the Niners, right?
5.
Played 5.
And then 1 with the Jets.
1 with the Jets guy. You got hurt in that, was a playoff game, wasn't it?
It felt like 1. It was the Monday night game against the Seahawks.
Monday night game versus Seahawks. It's always intense for the Seahawks.
Yeah, because that game went overtime. But
exactly.
Yeah.
And that's when we always got a savage D line.
Yeah.
And y'all was some savages.
Yeah.
Like that was 2019, I want to say.
That was the most fun I had playing football, hands down, that year.
Yeah, you could tell.
Yeah, it was
y'all was like everybody had a sack dance.
Yeah, everybody. Yeah, it was fun too.
Everybody had a sack dance, man. Yeah.
Facts,
That D line, that's one of my favorite D lines for. Like I love Justice Smith and Alden Smith, but it was them two. Oh, they had a mean D line. But it was something about y'all D line when Ford came over too.
Yeah.
Y'all was like 9 deep, I want to say, bro.
We had like 2 starting D lines.
Yes, that's how I really feel like y'all had like 2 star. So it was a confidence thing. Like just as a fan, just watching y'all, I'm like, okay, the D line gonna come to play.
Yeah.
The D line ain't gonna let nothing happen.
Yeah, facts.
You know what I'm saying? When you got a deal, we just seen in the Super Bowl. I mean,
they wrecked the whole game.
They wrecked the whole game, man. I
Yeah.
felt like that's how we was in 19. You know what I'm saying? Like we had game records, but we just didn't have game records in the D line behind the linebackers too.
Yeah, the whole team just came together as one. Linebackers, DB played great that year. Offense was rolling that year.
Right.
Everybody, special teams was playing great that year. It was just a special year.
It was, man.
Yeah.
And then to me, it was the start of something because. Didn't nobody think y'all was gonna be not that good?
Yeah.
Starting 8-0 and 9-0. Yeah, I was like,
Yeah.
when I seen y'all started 8-0, I'm like, okay, this is like a real contending team.
Yeah.
Because they got defense, they running the ball. You defense, you run the football. You could beat anybody.
That's the formula.
That's the formula.
That's the formula.
I tell people today, man, it's a passing lead, but you could run the ball, play defense. You could beat anybody, man.
Yes.
I feel like everybody look at Pat as the king, best quarterback in football. But when we watch the Super Bowl. And Vic come from. I always look at Vic like family because he right before y'all.
Yeah.
He come from, but his formula was just go out there with rush 4.
Rush 4, drop the coverage, make a mistake.
Make him make it. Sometimes when you got defensive line like that, it worked.
Yeah.
What do you think happened with the Niners team this year?
I think it was a combination of things, man. I think. First of all, injuries.
Injuries got
killed
us,
man.
big time.
There was a lot of big injuries.
Yeah.
So we forced a lot of young guys to kind of step in and do some stuff they have never done before.
Right.
And it's coming off a high expectation season when they just came from the Super Bowl. So that's a lot of pressure on a lot of young guys.
That's a lot of pressure.
A lot of young guys did step up to the challenge, though. I will say that, but it was a combination of things, man. Just injuries, not having like multiple lineups in at the same time that's used to being in together because this guy's hurt. Now we got somebody else playing in his position. All this type of stuff.
So the chemistry was a lot
different.
different.
A combination of stuff.
Hey, check it out. Thank you for watching the Disclaimer Podcast. This your player partner, All-American P. Shouts out to Saz Window Tinted. Go see him in San Francisco and San Leandro. Sharice Connor Sweets. She deliver everywhere. Candy, coated fruit, and everything you need. And last but not least, not your average clothing. They got clothes for kids, grandmas, aunties, your baby mamas, your side pieces, and all. Thank you for watching the Disclaimer Podcast. Yeah, man, I always say that to me, with Coach Shanahan's system, it's a winning system.
Yeah.
And to me, he just, like you said, he didn't have his players. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of patching up. You putting Band-Aids, if you put Band-Aids on your body too much, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna be able to walk, you ain't gonna be able to run. So I feel like it was just patching. Now we've seen in the past that, you can get away with it. He got away with that.
Yeah.
Like I say in 21, I think it was like 5 starters hurt on defense.
Yeah.
There was a lot of starters hurt on defense in like 21, and we still like got to the NFC Championship game. We'll play away from the Super Bowl. I just think this year it was just a lot around. I know a lot of the offense designed around Christian McCaffrey. He didn't play to the middle of the season. Yeah. The defense was banged up. Greenlaw like the real fire. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He came from y'all era. So
yeah.
He played mean, boy.
Yeah, he always been a dog.
Yeah, he played mean, man. And then the line, it just was like a lot of young players. Yeah. I believe it was a lot of young players. So with this year in the draft, the combine coming up. Yeah. With the combine coming up and stuff, you think like we got the 11th pick. Do you think we should go offensive line or defensive line with the 11th pick? Like in your opinion?
You know, I'm selfish, dog. And that's above my pay grade. But I'm a defensive guy, so you know.
Right.
Defense every time.
Yeah, man. I think you see Myles Garrett on the trading block, man.
Yeah.
I would love to have Myles.
Everybody would. 31 other teams would too.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, you help coach. You coaching the D line right now, man. You be out there get some reps with Myles Garrett. You're already out there with Bosa getting reps.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That'd be dope, man. That'd be dope. You thinking about? Are you all the way done with playing?
Oh yeah. I've been done mentally for some years.
Okay.
It's just a thing where you know, like your whole life, you wake up and you just. Not to saying I don't love it. I'm just building it up. But,
right.
You know, you just wake up and you just got like the joy of just like doing it all the time and having fun. Mm-hmm. And then for the first time in your life, you start feeling like, I really don't know if I really feel the same about playing as much anymore. I still love the game. I always love the game. But getting up and playing and put my body through it all the way over and over again, it was.
Because it seems like you've been playing since a kid too, right?
Like third grade.
That's a long time, man. Yeah. So, you know, you mentally retired. You know what I'm saying? That's a long time. That's 20 years of playing physical football.
On both sides of the ball, offense, defense.
Exactly.
You know, playing a lot in college, all that stuff.
That's why I said, in high level, that's another thing. You play high level football for a long time.
Yeah.
And then, man, you had a bad injury. So that got to be mentally tough to be coming back from the rehab, getting up every day. You used to getting up every day, practice, like you said, having fun.
Yeah.
But now you're getting up, rehabbing. What you do? Or you tore your knee up, didn't you?
Yeah, I tore my ACL, and then I got surgery, and I was rehabbing it for a year, and then I wasn't feeling like myself. And then, so I started out the season like on PUP, like that's physically unable to perform. Mm-hmm. And like one day I felt like a twinge in my knee, and then I got like an MRI or whatever, and then come to find out it was still some hardware from the surgery left in my knee. So that's the reason I wasn't acting on myself, because it was some stuff from the surgery.
It was still got you.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking when you went over to the Jets, I'm like, okay, he gonna get all the way back now.
Yeah.
But it's still from the
so
surgery.
I had to get a surgery, and that's when I had re-signed here for that year, and then pretty much I had to miss the rest of that year because my knee wasn't ready. I had something in my knee that wasn't supposed to be in there for a year, so I had to rehab that. And then like right after the season, I didn't start like running until like February, March.
Oh, okay.
And, I was just training, bro, and then like because my leg was still weak because it had this in my knee. This leg was overcompensating. So when I first got to the Jets, I got to the Jets and like OTAs and stuff, and I like strained my hamstring. And then realized that it was like actually like a hematoma in there, like blood. So they actually had to take like a screwdriver, stick it in my hamstring, squeeze the blood out. Like it was actually like a blood bubble in my hamstring.
Damn.
Yeah, so that made me miss like half the season for the first like 7 games. And then I came back and pretty much played the rest of the season. But it was just like little stuff left and right popping up. And it was a grind, which I love the grind. But just like I said, when waking up and not feeling the same about the game, it hits your spirit different when you done loved it your whole life.
Yeah, for real. Yeah. And that's like so you've been playing since third grade, so that's a long time, man. Yeah. Now you back with Rob. How's it feel to get Rob back? Robert Saleh.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's always good calming because you know his first year being D coordinator is when like the first year Colin was coming, or was that the second year?
So that's the first year you got drafted.
Well, no, the first year I was with Chip Kelly.
Okay.
Then the second year Kyle came, and I think that's when he brought Saleh over. So seeing him come back the first time and now the second time I think it's gonna be real good.
I think it's gonna be real good too, and it's crazy how you played for him for all those years, and now y'all you're on the same coaching staff.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's crazy how life just make a full circle, you know.
Full circle every time.
You're right. But
crazy.
it's good to have him back and have somebody who was on the Super Bowl team there, and like because I feel like football. Of course, you got to be physical, but it's a mentality thing too.
Yeah.
So I think to have all y'all back is good for the mental aspect, like of the defense, like because we got some mean guys on defense. Now we got mean coaches.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. We got you know what I'm saying. All y'all. I mean, because like I said, you come up from a different era. That was 6 years ago, but that was a whole different era. You know what I'm saying? So. You had the linebacker. God damn, I forget his name. Alex.
Who?
Alexander. What's the linebacker we traded for?
Oh, Quan Alexander.
Quan Alexander. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so I'm saying, so it was like it was a different mindset.
Yeah, he brought like I think he like really helped kick fire that season too, because he brought so much swag, so much energy to the team.
Yeah.
So a whole bunch of young guys that didn't really know how to do it, and then when they saw him doing it, and then he like encouraging the young guys, like, "Come on, bro, like bring your swag, bring your energy."
Yeah.
Now they can feel themselves because they got their brother got their back.
Yeah.
So everybody like catching on to the fire, and it just, I think him, and then that trade we did for Emmanuel Sanders that year, them two. Him on the offensive side, Emmanuel Sanders, and then Quan Alexander helped bring a whole bunch of energy to that team that needed and push it over the edge.
Yeah, the aura changed completely to me.
It changed.
In the middle of the season with them two trades.
It changed.
It definitely did because Sanders a veteran. Yeah. He can bring veterans to me in football bring anything different immensely, and even Quan, a vet. He brought so it was the aura to me of the team. I think on defense that's what Dre bring. You think we're gonna bring Dre back?
I don't know. That's above my pay grade. We'd love to have him back, bro. He's a dog. He bring that fire, that energy. You love to have a Dre Greenlaw on any team. You wish you could have, like, if you're an owner, GM, anybody wish they could have a Dre Greenlaw.
Good evening. Thank you for watching the Disclaimer podcast. Hey, if you're looking for some of that puff pass, some of that good gas, go see Frosted Flavors in the Bay Area, Northern California. If you're looking for somewhere to get fresh and somewhere to wear on Saturdays on the weekend, go see my girl Harley Facts. Some of that drip, just like that. And last but not least, man, for all you rappers, my boy I Am King Beats. I Am King Beats. He got the best beats in the business, man. Thank you for watching the Disclaimer podcast. Yeah, man. I think he bring a different energy.
Yeah, he does.
On defense, man. Like Fred is special.
Yeah, Fred
special. He probably go to Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
No question.
No question.
He but like a green Dre bring like Quan. Quan brought that swag, but it was a different type of. It's just like when Pat Willis and Navarro Bowman was playing. Bowman was pretty quiet, but he was a monster. He'd tear your head off. And Pat was quiet too.
Yeah.
So it was like too quiet, but you had, I think the guy with the aura on that defense was probably the Hawk and Justin Smith. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
D-line, defensive linemen, man, they set the tone.
You got to.
On the team.
Hey, we the first people that touch each other. When the ball snap, we putting hands on each other.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They set the tone on the team. To me, like the Eagles won a Super Bowl this year. I think the most important player on the entire team is Jalen Carter.
Oh yeah, he was playing out of control.
I really do.
He was
and then it's not just it's what he brings. You have to double him. If you don't double him, he gonna wreck shop. You know what I'm saying?
Like you have to dictate your whole offense off of him. Like everybody has to be aware of where this dude is. And if you're not aware where he is, he's gonna wreck your whole play.
He gonna wreck the whole play.
So then everybody else beside him gets to eat a little bit. Not taking nothing away from them.
Right.
But it's just like when you got a talent like that and you know they gotta focus on him, they're like, well, I'm gonna get more one-on-ones. I got more outs to make something happen.
Exactly, because Smith was okay last year, a year before, but they was kind of like, didn't know about him. But when Carter came, he opened the floodgates, man. Like, and they did that without they highest paid defensive lineman in Huff.
Yeah.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I said.
Shout out to Huff, too. He was my teammate with the Jets. He's a baller, too. But
yeah.
Without him, that's crazy.
And they did that without him. That's why I said next year, he might just wake up all the way, and then you got to deal with all, you know what I'm saying? So I feel like the trenches make a team. The offensive line, defensive line is the entire team. You got a good offensive line, defensive line. You can do your team can contend.
You got a chance.
You got a chance.
You got a chance.
And I know that because of we haven't won a Super Bowl in a while, but 3 Super Bowl appearances that we made, we had top level 1 and 2 defensive line, offensive line.
Yeah.
The Harbaugh era had Justin Smith and Alden Smith, monsters. Yeah. And the other guys. Then on the offensive line, of course, we had Staley. And then y'all era, we had We had 9 defensive linemen between you and Brooks and Bosa was a rookie.
Yeah.
People don't even understand that. Bosa was a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so y'all had like 9 deep. Y'all went like 9 deep. And then last year's team, I feel like the D line was, once the D line show up. So man, the offensive line, defensive line, man, the Chiefs won 2 Super Bowls in a row, and Pat is special. We all know that.
Yeah.
But you gotta have offensive line, defensive line play, man.
Got to.
Chris Jones ain't just no walk in the park.
No.
No walk in the park.
No.
Pat get all the credit, but Chris Jones don't walk in the park.
Too. He done made so many plays with that team.
So many plays, man. I just feel like offensive line. Even when the Rams won, they won. They got Aaron Donald over there.
Yeah.
So I feel like, man, you got to beef up on the O line and the D line. Just to contend. Period.
Yeah.
Also, you get a good officer of like, look at the Lions, man. The Lions run the ball like crazy.
Yeah.
Got monsters up front.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in the trenches, you got a chance.
They give you a chance.
Yeah.
One thing that hurt with them too, that just injuries too. The Lions got hurt a lot too. Their defense hurt. Defensive line got hurt. So
this year was the most injuries I ever experienced and went through, like with in the NFL.
yeah,
period.
it was a lot.
It was a lot of injuries, man. A lot of injuries. Even the Chiefs had some injuries. The Eagles had some injuries, but they came back.
Yeah, that's part of football, though.
That's part of football.
Having injuries and being able to overcome them the best you can. Sometimes you can, sometimes you can't, but hey, it's part of football too. At the end of the day.
Got you. How you? What you think? Matt Stafford gonna do? I seen him report earlier about they want to trade him, and they was asking for a first, I believe.
Oh, they asked for a first?
They was asking for a first. Stafford like 40, ain't he? Wait a minute, man.
I don't know, though. He can still sling it, though.
He can still sling it. I ain't gonna lie to you. Yes,
he
he
can
could,
still
man.
sling it.
Yes, he could.
Yeah, I really don't know how them trades with the picks and stuff work because I still don't think D Hop should have got given up for like a third, fourth round or something.
Come
like that.
on, man. That's the same thing I said.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know.
I was hot when I seen that. I ain't gonna lie. I'm like, man, they gonna give D Hop to the Chiefs for crumbs?
Yeah, that's what I'm like. Yeah,
come on, man.
Yeah, this dude is like one of the best receivers that ever played the game, and
like
I don't know how to trade with the picks.
Yeah, man, I ain't understand that either. What you think about the criticism Brock Purdy get? He get a lot, and we as fans we watch, but some of us it's logical, some of us is like crazy as hell. You know how they got fans get.
It don't make no sense to me.
It don't make exactly. You in practice with the dude every day. I be at practice. I be at some of the practice, but you just see he put in the work. What you think about do you think it's fair?
I mean, it's what we sign up with being athletes and stuff in this profession, but it's just all you gotta do is just pull up this dude's resume right there and then see how many games he won, see how many games he lost, how many touchdowns he thrown compared to picks. Just the success this dude done had, like I don't understand the criticism. Like this dude done balled since he got here.
Yeah.
And then we got a year where we got a whole bunch of people hurt or whatnot, and he still was balling even with people being hurt. I just don't understand the criticism. He's a hell of a dude.
Right.
You're not going to see him out in the media. He's not no flashy type of guy. He's a dude you want on your team. So I really don't understand the criticism.
I don't understand it either from a point. First of all, he was the last pick in the draft.
Yeah.
First of all, he's the starting quarterback and he leading the San Francisco 49ers, a big franchise in a big market. Like you said, he not a media dude. He not. And people, I hate when people put everything on the quarterback or even everything on the coach. Football is the ultimate team sport to me. It's 11 on 11.
Yeah.
We sitting there talking about the defensive line. They can legit win the game by themselves, the defensive line. Okay, the quarterback can help out and win the game by himself too, but you got to say, bro, it's the ultimate team sport. How could you put all this criticism, I feel like, on the quarterback with that many injuries and say, oh, he this or he that or he ain't this or he ain't that? That don't make no sense to me.
Yeah, it doesn't either. But another thing that comes with it too is they get paid the most, so they're gonna get the most criticism.
Right, and that's okay. It's okay
like
to
what you just said with the Pat Mahomes things and the Chris Jones thing.
Right.
When they lose, whatever. If Chris Jones make a big play, you know who's gonna get talked about at the end of the game. They're gonna talk about Pat Mahomes throwing 300 yards, 3 touchdowns. They might give Chris Jones a little bit of the spotlight, like a little bit, but it's always gonna show love to the QBs. As the same as he were to lose, they would be like, "Oh man, this is Pat Mahomes' fault." Like it's just it's a quarterback league. So when you do good, they're gonna give you your flowers. When you lose, they're gonna talk the worst trash about you.
Yeah, and it's really like that. I don't think it ain't fair, of course.
Yeah,
but it's just, to me, it's ignorant
Yeah.
It's like if you really want to watch the game and you want to talk ball, that's different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not going to be thinking, like that. Like I don't like, to me personally, I don't like when fans or anybody up the quarterback too much or bring them down too much or any player.
Yeah.
Because in football, now basketball is a little different. One player can really knock you out in basketball. You can really get beat. We see LeBron beat Toronto 100 times.
Yeah. Facts,
That's not the case in football, man. Some stuff can go wrong, man. Like Jalen Hurts got a lot of criticism this year.
Yeah.
He got a lot of criticism. How you criticizing? Now, granted, he ain't got the quarterback stats. He not throwing for 5,000 yards, 40 touchdowns, or 30 touchdowns, or whatever.
Hurts. Yeah, Hurts.
But I mean, he take care of the ball and do what he got to do to win.
He winning games.
He winning game, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, dog. Like we said, like I said, with this sport, dog, you sign up for it. The criticism, you're gonna get good, get bad, and different. It's just like you just can't let it get into your head and mess up your game or mess up how you respond. You just gotta, take across the chin and then keep it pushing.
Good evening. Thank you for watching the Disclaimer Podcast. And make sure you go grab you a can of Goat Fuel. Goat Fuel. Some of the best energy drink in the business by yours truly, All-American P and the GOAT, Jerry Rice of the San Francisco 49ers. Go grab you a can of Goat Fuel. Tell him P sent you. Yes, Lord. No. Yeah, that's true, man. That's true. In as athletes, y'all do get a lot of criticism. Now, I'm not sitting here saying that you can't criticize. So I'm just saying criticize. It makes sense when you criticize. You know what I'm saying? You just not when you criticizing a quarterback who just won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
It make no sense.
Right.
Now, if he didn't do nothing, because you got a few back in the days who just showed up.
Yeah.
But it's still, they took care of the ball. They did, you know what I'm saying? They didn't put the ball on Harv's way.
And then they woke up. They was a champion.
They woke up.
It is what it was. It is what it is. I mean, if he threw 15 picks, he won the game. He won the game.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, man. That's what I said, man. Social media is crazy. Because social media kind of like, it didn't mess sports up. It messed sports talk up.
Yeah.
Like bad. And that kind of bleed into sports media.
Yeah.
Because sports media be sounding crazy. I'm like, bro, what is they talking about?
Yeah. They just be getting a lot of different people platforms, and then all it takes is for one media page to post them, and now all of a sudden it's viral when it really wasn't viral. You just said it was viral.
Right.
So now give them something to talk about. So,
Right.
Yeah.
So you basically came, I always say, from a different era, because you do come from a different era. What you think about players and having podcasts during the season? They on a podcast right after the game, or you know what I'm saying?
I mean, me personally, I couldn't have done it because, like, once I exert all that energy and do it, I don't have enough energy to do that. Mm-hmm. But I do wish it was more like that when I was playing, because I like listening to that stuff, like having like a defensive, like Eric doing his stuff. I would love to hear like what he's thinking on a week in, a week out basis, just certain stuff you want to do, or even like players that talk ball, like the older players that talk ball. Mm-hmm. I love hearing that, like hearing how they like what made them tick, what made them play, what they looked at and stuff. I would have loved to use that while I was playing.
Yeah.
But like I'm all for it. I mean, if you can like make your job, do your job at a high level and still do that while you making money doing that, hey, go do your thing. Like,
I feel like if you can, because I come up and like Kobe Bryant is my favorite athlete, so I'm thinking sports. I'm thinking his mentality, but I gotta.
Not everybody like that.
Not everybody like that though.
No.
Exactly. That's what I said. That's different. It's different.
He different.
So I kind of had to take a step back too. Like, okay, everybody just not like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He not gonna do. Of course, he's not gonna do a podcast and nothing. You know what I'm saying? After, so I'm like, okay, I gotta stop thinking like that.
Yeah.
But you got some dudes who can do it and perform. Like I feel like Slay do his podcast, but he performed to me at if he didn't get injured, he probably would have made All Pro. Yeah. Because he was at a cool level. Like, and I watched him closely this year because of people was talking about the age thing. And I was even one like, okay, he kind of over the hill at the beginning of the season. But I watched him closely, man, and he make a lot of plays. Granted, he had the D-line. Yeah, but he made. Listen, man, and he's the last of the old school corners. You know what I'm saying?
Shout out to Slay too.
Yeah.
Slay G and all that.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, shout out Slay for sure, man, because he he give me old school corner.
No, he real, and he a real one too.
Yeah.
He good people. He a baller. He gonna
Gotcha.
talk trash you the whole time, whatever you doing too. Yeah. Love Slay. Yeah, Slay good people.
Who talked the most on the field? Would you like when you was playing? Who you in your years playing? Who you think talked the most on the field?
Ooh,
Like just wouldn't be quiet.
I'm trying to think back. Quan was definitely talking.
Quan
Be chirping. Be like, I loved it though. It gave everybody so much energy though.
That's
like
what's
it go
up,
back to what I said. Like so much energy. Like it just made it fun.
Y'all was fast, bro. I'm talking about y'all was moving. That D line was 9 deep to me, and y'all everywhere.
Yeah,
everywhere. So
that joint was fun, dog. Yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Got you, Quan. So Quan talked the most to you, basically.
Yeah, he gonna talk that talk now, but he gonna back it up too. He always been like that. Yeah, he always been like that.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Who was one of your favorite coaches coming up in all of your years playing football?
Oh wait, man, that's tough. I got the legend Jerry Moore for sure.
Okay.
Head coach at App State. My guy Mercy Fillets, he was my offensive line coach in high school. He was helping me with offensive line, defensive line.
Okay.
Of course, Chris Placera, he was one of my favorite coaches ever.
So you played offensive line and D line in high school?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh man, that's what's up.
Yeah, I was from the smallest AA school in Georgia, so we didn't have the biggest team, so I had to. It was even funny, like when I played high school. Sometimes they want to put me in the tight end. So I would have like number 79, the O-line number.
Playing tight end.
When I wanted to play tight end, they would put a number 90. They made a patch so I could put number 90 on top.
Oh, okay.
And then I could go at tight end. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you had speed, so you definitely played tight end.
Yeah.
So you have you ever, when you played for the Niners, have you ever talked to the coaches about letting you play some tight end?
Nah, I didn't mess with them. What I would do though is like my first year, we used to like on Fridays, that's like kind of like the jog through days. The coach, Z Scanino, would throw us like routes.
Okay.
So I would go up and I'd be one-handing routes and everything. One hand, I'm like, maybe they're going to see me.
Yeah.
I remember even KB came up to me and was like, hey, bro, I see you go over there catching. I'm like, sure, I'm trying to get them to see too. Put a package in for me. So, yeah, for sure.
Right.
So.
You know, Shelly see that, huh?
Yeah.
You popped that up.
Facts, yeah.
That's what's up. Yeah. Thank you for watching the Disclaimer Podcast. This podcast is brought to you and sponsored by Luc Belair. Luc Belair, Villon France McQueen, and a Violent Fog, and Bamboo, the best cognac in the business. Make sure y'all go tap in with Belair. Oh. So, what is it like? Because to me, like, football family trees is like unique to me. Yeah. What is it like playing for Kyle Shanahan? You know, and you play for him how many years? Like 3 years?
4.
Oh no, excuse me. I'm sorry. You played for 4 years, right?
Yeah.
What's it like playing with Coach Shanahan, and have y'all ever had his pops come in like to practice and give y'all pointers or put some plays in, anything for y'all?
No, well, you know, I'm not really with the offensive side, but he'll be around sometimes. I'll see him sometime. Just being around that whole family, they know how to win. They know football better than dang near anybody. They just know ball, and it's just good to see them and then see just randomly just seeing all the history of just even from his dad on up down, just seeing all the coaches that have been sprouted.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah,
it's just a historical, beautiful thing to be a part of, to even see and be a part of, because it's like a whole bunch of dudes that's good dudes that know ball and care about people and care about winning. So it's just a beautiful thing, dog. Like,
that's what I get from them too. I get knowing football, number one.
Yeah.
You just watching and just studying the game, or just I get they know football.
Yeah.
You know, no matter what. Like I said, if you know football, are you into football, not just as a fan or a fanatic, a crazy fanatic, I like to call him, then you know Kyle Shanahan.
And it's not just ball. They know like everything about like everything that has to do with ball. Like they're competitors. They love to win. So they know like how to win.
I heard he was a big rap fan too. I believe Lil Wayne fan.
Lil Wayne.
That's true.
Yeah, he love Wayne. I think he named his son Carter because of Lil Wayne.
Oh, okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Yes, I heard he loved Wayne too. Yeah. And it's crazy. The last Super Bowl, I got a video of him on the bus. I'm like, okay, there you go. That's
he
that
love
aura.
Wayne.
Yeah,
He love Wayne.
he listened to Wayne, he listened to Rap, right?
Yeah, he
That's
love
what's
Wayne.
up.
Yeah, he does.
That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
That's what's up, man. Man, I see we got Rob back. So you back this year with the D line too, right?
Well, I'm gonna be like mixing around a little bit. So
Okay. So you gonna be making? Oh, okay, got you. So you're not just with the D line this year.
I think I'm gonna do some special teams and stuff too. We're gonna kind of finish talking out about it, but I think I'm gonna do some more special teams and stuff too, and help out the defense a little bit too. So,
Okay, got you was on the special teams when you played too, wasn't you?
I played a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I played a little bit. It's more like some punt pro, some punt. It was a little bit of everything.
Okay,
Yeah,
and you changed your number, I believe, didn't you?
Well, when I went to the Jets, they only had like 1 or 2 numbers left.
Okay.
So I had to play with 54.
Okay,
not my
gotcha.
favorite number. Not my favorite
That's a
number.
linebacker number, huh?
Yeah, not my favorite number. But I had 49 in college, but that was like showing respect to Julius Pepper because that was my favorite player, and he wore number 49 when he was with North Carolina.
North Carolina. Got okay. Shout out to the GOAT. He's with the Hall of Fame too.
Facts.
Yeah,
Shout
Julius Peppers, man.
out
Probably one of the craziest athletes ever.
Ever. My favorite player. I used to watch his highlights all the time.
Oh, that's what's up.
That's when
man.
we had to dial up or whatever, or the thing that make the sound when you turn the internet on. I turn it on, put it on YouTube, and watch Julius Peppers.
Watch Julius Peppers. Yeah, that's crazy because man, he was a beast in basketball in college.
Because I love basketball. Was my first love. So I'm like, this dude loved
basketball. Your first love.
Yeah, basketball my first love, and like I just love watching his highlight. Then I found out he played basketball, and I'm just like, yeah, this is my favorite player, bro.
Got you. Okay. Got you. Man, so I see Debo just requested a trade. We sad to see him go, you know what I'm saying? If he do get traded. Debo became one of my favorite football players ever.
Yeah.
And it's just it was his style of play, but it was his mentality.
Yeah.
To me, man, I'm a big fan of any sports player who's a leader on the field in they play. Yeah. And I feel like that's what Debo was. What Debo is, excuse me. Debo is a leader in his style of play. Like in 21, I feel like he put the team on his back.
Yeah.
And just was like, we ain't losing. That's why that shot of him crying on the sideline, we lost in the championship game. Yeah. It was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? I feel like that's what type of player he is.
It shows how much it means to him.
It shows how much it means to him. But at the end of the day, I always tell people, man, it's football. It's 11 on 11. I mean, you can have one player be dominating, but it's like if you got 2 injuries there and then a few mistakes here, like that's the ultimate team sport, man. It's hard, dog.
Execution is what matters. Like that's where it matters. Like you got to play your best football when playoff time comes. You can play great at the beginning of the season and fizzle out at the end, or what. You got to be clicking on all cylinders when that tournament comes.
That's what I get out of. That's what I get out of a lot of people I talk to with the Eagles. That's what Hurts shine at. They say in the playoffs, the most. And I feel like to me, I could give him that. You know what I'm saying? That he shines more in the playoffs than in the regular season. Like, and then, but Debo, to me, Debo was an all around. You know what I'm saying? He coming to play. You got to be ready to tackle when you come play Debo.
Like he said, somebody asked him like, what does he think about like when he run the ball? And he's like, when he was a kid, his dad told him to, hey, every time you touch the ball, go score. So that makes so much sense when you see him get the ball, because every time he get the ball, he juking somebody, he stiff arming somebody, he trying to get into the zone every chance he get.
Right.
Yeah.
What you think about? Like he get a lot of negative slack about not being in shape, but I'm like, you're a professional athlete.
Yeah.
Most of them dudes are, in shape. They, it's a. I just hate today. A narrative get created, and everybody just run with it.
People run with it. I'm like, these people work day in and day out, every day,
right,
to perfect their craft, to put food on the table for their families. And all it takes is one dude with a burner account. He make one comment,
right,
and somebody shine a light on it, and then somebody take and run with it. Not taking into account all the work, all the injuries, all the hurt these people put themselves through on a day in and day out basis. Like it's easy because you only see them once a week on. Like during the season, like you see them that Sunday, or you see them that Monday or that Thursday, but you gotta think about the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, all that hurt
that we don't see. Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then we do see him. We see him during the game for a few hours.
Yeah, that's it.
You don't see him for the rest of the week. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't be like too much on players like that. Cause like I said, you only see them for a few hours.
Because you don't know what folks be going through.
You don't know what folks be going through, man.
Like, people got families too. You got to think, people saying all this stuff. They families got media too. They got like Instagram. They got like X or whatever. Yeah. They look on that stuff. That's bothering the family too.
Yeah, you're right. Dre, my green mama talk back. Yeah. Shout out Mama Green. She talk back. She talk back, man. When you think we gonna get IU back?
I don't know, man. I say apparently he's been working real hard.
Okay.
And he's one of them guys. He always work hard.
Yeah.
He's quiet to himself. He gonna be back. So
that's what's up, man. Yeah. That's what's up. And you grew up in Georgia, you said.
Yeah.
Got you. But you went to school in Carolina.
Yeah. So I was born in D.C. My mom was in the military when she had me. Then when she had me, we moved back to Georgia.
Okay.
Then grew up there, high school, all that. Then chose App State in North Carolina.
Oh, okay. So basically, you grew a family from college there, and just basically
kind of stayed there.
I stay
in Charlotte right now, and a lot of my homies that I went to school with, they're in that Charlotte area. So I'm like, it was easy for me to be there. So.
Oh, okay. That's what's up. See, I thought you was from Carolina this whole time.
See, a lot of people do because I'm from Greensboro, Georgia, but there's a Greensboro, North Carolina. So people get that confused all the time because Greensboro, North Carolina is bigger than Greensboro, Georgia.
Got you. Like, what do you think will change on the D line now that Salah is back?
Well, I think another thing that's going to change too is there's a lot of new guys to the system. So this is another year in the system with a more experience. So I think that's going to improve by itself anyway. Salah is just always on his details. He's always he's a great teacher. He responds to his players like, if they make a mistake, he think he made a mistake before they made a mistake. So he's going to own up to that and just make sure everybody's on the same page and just he works harder than anybody. He's going to put the work in and make sure they're going to take their best foot forward.
Right. Accountability sound like Salah is big on accountability. Yes. I like that. Yeah. I like that. He taking punches for the players. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I like that.
And it makes you appreciate it more when you got a coach that has your back. He's coaching his tail off. And then when you make a mistake, he feel like he made the mistake. So it's like, dang, I don't want to make no mistakes. I don't want him to feel like that.
Oh, okay. That makes what are some of the areas you feel like the 49ers can improve defensively from like last year?
Well, we got a few things. We got to start to run a little bit better. Which, like I
feel
said,
like that too.
Yeah, but like I've said, new people in this system, I feel like it'll get better by default. There'll be a lot of second-year older guys that's in the system, and I think it'll get better. And we just got to execute better down the stretch.
Like right. I feel like down the stretch we got to execute better, get a run stopper in there on defense, and some of the, like you said, the rookies won't be rookies no more.
Exactly.
That experience means something. That experience means a lot.
Huge. Yeah.
And before we get out of here, I want to ask you, like, when it comes to like the draft prospects, what are some of the things you're looking for in like an edge rusher or like an interior defensive lineman?
Well, edge and interior, they're a little different. For edge, you want to see like his explosion out of the ball, like can he bend, what kind of plan does he has for himself, like what he's rushing against, like a better tackle, like what is his thought process. You want to see effort, and then D tackle, you want to see hopefully him knocking somebody back, knocking pads back.
Right.
His twitch out the ball as well, and effort, man. Like strong hands, explosion out the ball, and effort that'll set you free. So I want to see.
Got you. Okay, that's what. See, it's crazy, man. Because so what are some of your goals now that you own? Like you're part of the coaching staff. What are some of your goals? Not just being a part of the coaching staff, as to become like a coach or a position coach or a defensive coordinator or a head coach. What are some of your goals in the coaching field now that you're not playing no more?
And this is gonna sound so cliche, and I'm sorry that I'm gonna say it, but I'm gonna give you a disclaimer. I'm gonna give you a disclaimer right now.
Yes, sir. Whatever you want to.
Like literally, I just want to each day pour myself out and give as much as I can to the players that's listening to me, wouldn't listen to me, fill that cup up and pour it over and over again, and then by the time I get to where I want to go, live with those results.
Oh yeah, man. See, ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Yeah. You ain't see you just that's AKA put the work in.
Yeah, put the work in.
You know what I'm saying? He getting his shoes dirty in the mud. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that at all. I feel that. I like that answer, man. Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on, bro. Really appreciate you, man. Good luck this season.
Appreciate you.
I think y'all gonna get them boys back on track. I really do. I really believe it. Like it's a lot of, like you said, the system and you know what I'm saying? Systems matter to me. You know what I'm saying? I think with solid back, you're going to get the boys back on track. I think the defense is going to lead the way this year, and we're going to get back on track, man. Next season, Super Bowl is right in the stadium, in Levi's, right at home.
Right at home.
So we looking forward to that. Looking forward to that. Thank you for coming through, man. Ronald Blair, Niners defensive coach, ex-D-line beast. What's that sack dance you used to call?
Kick down the door.
Kick down the door.
Kick down the door. You got to.
When you used to get a sack, I used to do it too. Because I stand in front of the TV and watch the football game. I don't sit down.
Yeah, I feel
so when you got a sack, I said, he got one. I kick down the door.
Kick down the door.
Yeah, so see, one thing about me, when I first meet people, when I met you and Eli Hurd at Michael Blackson, so shout out Michael Blackson, we did a show at the Masonic. When I first met y'all, I instantly became fans. I'm like, okay, I shook these brothers' hands. They black. I'm a fan of them.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to watch them closely. So every time y'all got a sack, I made a play, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? I watched with Eli sack Brady. You know what I'm saying? I was like,
for sure, yeah, for sure. That was crazy.
That was crazy, man.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming out, bro. I appreciate you having the show. Make sure y'all, let me know your social media, where to find you at and stuff.
Yeah, Super Blair on Instagram. Super Blair, no space.
No space, Super Blair, man. Y'all make sure y'all tap in, man. Ronald Blair, man. NFL extraordinaire, man. Disclaimer, we on this podcast do not mean any harm to anybody mentally, physically, or emotionally. We're just here for entertainment purposes and entertainment purposes only. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, share, and shouts out to all the sponsors. Y'all tune in and go support all the sponsors that's supporting the show, man. I'll see y'all in a minute. Yeah.